Nothing worked, brakes didn't work, brakes were seized. I'm Andrew, and this is my VC V8 Valiant. Factory VC V8 car, one owner. So it's the same as a VIP, but VIP was released a year after. So this is just purely called a VC V8. It's not called a Regal or anything like that. So it's a VC V8 from factory. A lot of the parts aren't available for it. It had obviously been in the family for, 50 years or 40 years or whatever it was at the time. Garage, I was lucky because it was garaged and parked up in 1983. So when I purchased it in 2010, hadn't been driven in 27 years. Nothing worked, brakes didn't work, brakes were seized, engine turned over, some crows feeding on the bonnet, boot, vinyl roof was pretty well shot, but thank God, no rust, it was clean as. All the stainless, all the jewellery was still on it, I got it. So yeah, it started being, was going to do a bonnet and boot respray and sort of morphed out from that and went to we'll strip the doors and we'll strip the guards and pull the vinyl roof off, and just started from there. So I completely built in the shed, in the garage at home, completely paint stripped it, stripped the undercarriage, took it all apart back to a bare shell, and then just started working it, finessing it from there. So I started building the car in 2011 and finally got it on the road in 2019. It was a concourse restoration at the time, had factory caps on it, white walls, 273 in it. Body and paint is as you see it now, interior is as you see it now. Had a 904 in it still full auto, wasn't a manualised box. And then it sort of morphed from there and ended up becoming what it is now. So it's in the 318 stroker in it now, still a 904 in it. It's got a 9-inch rear end in it now. It's a full manual 904. Paul Rogers built the box this time around. It's got a 9-inch in it now. I've only just changed the gears in it, so it's got 4 11s in it now. Was running 3 7s. Pretty well standard rear end, leaf springs. It's got adjustable rear shocks in it, chrome molly tail shaft, and that's about it. It's a 5100 converter in it. It drives nice. It doesn't seem like it's on the converter all the time, so it seems to be working at the moment, which I'm pretty happy with. So those centre lines are actually early stud patterns, so it's a 4-inch PCD on that. I bought them in from the States. They don't do them anymore for the cars, so the new centre lines don't come in an early PCD, and they're very hard to find second-hand early stud pattern centre lines. It's got relocated leafs, got a relocation kit from SSD in Ballarat. Great guy to deal with. So that's a 255/60/15 on it, and that's it. There's bugger all room on it. Had factory drum brake, it was a factory drum brake car. So I've put late model VJ Gerlocks on it. Ended up putting a set of vented discs on the front, still early stud pattern, but just VJ stub axles, VJ Gerlock calipers on it. Getting things for it, finding little nicks and knacks for it, cleaning it up. The repro stuff for this kind of car, it's not available. And whatever is available, it's not always the greatest quality. So it was a decision whether I restore the original jewellery on it or try and buy repro. And that's all original jewellery on it now. It is a factory interior car. It's called Imperial Mauve. It's a mottled purpley grey with a charcoal model through it. That was a 4-year process to find some new old stock trim for it, which I finally got in Adelaide. and I had a friend deliver it down from Adelaide. So yeah, it is pretty unique. Things like, you know, new old stock stuff, a lot of it does originate from Adelaide. Yeah, it's hard to find it here in Melbourne. I'm actually pretty happy with the way the car is now. It does what it needs to do. It was never built as a drag car. It was never going to run 9-second quarters, so I'm happy to leave it as it is. It's running 1130 to date, with a set of 3 7s in the rear and 3 7s in the rear, and the converter was a little bit smaller than what it is now.